Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session on a Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you had a good week. Um, well, last week was quite trying. You know, yeah, we're not going to discuss it here because that's not what this channel is about. So, by the title that you read, just come take a break with me, right? Just come take a much needed break with me, right? Get a cuppa, put me on in the background, clean your kitchen, clean your bathroom, whatever. Put me on your drive to work, and just hang out with me, right? Hang out with me while we stuff the journal, while we clean a few things off the desk, and that kind of thing. Okay, so um, let me let me clear up some housekeeping things, okay? Not too many, only two little things that I wanted to mention, and then we're going to get down to business. Um, Last week, I told you that I had put an audio track on my videos, okay? It was brought to my attention by Sweet Cynthia from Brazil that she would enjoy my videos more if she could hear them in her native language, Portuguese, right? So I figured it out. And now, if you go to the little settings thing, a menu drops down and it'll say audio track. If you click on that, there are several languages, right? So if you'd like to see the video but hear it in your own native language, then you click on that and choose your language, right? So that's wonderful. It's something that YouTube started rolling out a little bit ago. And I'm grateful to have it, so that other people in other countries can watch my videos in their native tongue, right? So awesome. And then last week too, if I know some of you watched it, I made this tassel, right, online, a little tutorial for you. And yeah, that was for a video response for Crafty Robin. So I hope you guys watched that. If you did not catch it, you can click on the link that will show up at the end of this video and it will take you to my most previous video, okay, which will be the tassel video. I did add this on there, which is my little hand lettering, praise the Lord, and I put that on with a bold pin. Yeah, so this was fun to do. And then let's see what else has been going on. I am pleased as punch to tell you that I am fairly caught up, right, in my decorating and just the decorating of my journal, because lately that's what I've been doing is just coming in here, spending some time decorating the pages of my journal. I've been having an absolute ball. I have not recorded any of it, but I've just sat in here and just taken my time and designed the pages and all that fun stuff, right? And then I'll come in later and use my calendar to write my notes in, right? So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've also, I'll show you in a minute, but I've also been using a lot of stuff from the Bitbox, right? Which is my goal. Yeah. So let's just see what's going on here, right? Oh, the other thing, I am sick. Yes, I have a bit of a head cold. Um, I I got it from my son. Yes, thank you. Um, yeah, he was ill last week and we babysat for them on Monday and he was feeling pretty rough. And I didn't even think about it. Come Wednesday, I was, coming down with the scratchy throat and the whole thing, right? And so now I don't have a scratchy throat anymore, but I do have a lot of congestion and sinus pain and stuff. So that's where this comes in. So this is actually, no, it goes on Saturday, yesterday, I think. Yeah. Um, yeah. So see, this is Friday. This is Saturday, and then this is Sunday today because I filmed these ramble sessions on Sunday to be, shown on Monday. So, anyway, so yeah, and these pages here are painty papers. I told you last week, I think. I use these little dauber things. And I dip them in paint, two-tone like paint, and then swirl them on the page, and I love how it comes out. I'll show you how I've used them in the book recently. So this goes in here. This I'm gonna put in here because yesterday I wasn't feeling well yesterday either. So once I finished in my room, which I spent a good long time in here decorating pages, um, I was on the couch the rest of the day. And so there's that. And then my daughter and her boyfriend went over to Orlando to do a bit of shopping because where we live here, there's really not like outlet malls or even big malls, like a big mall that would have like a lot of shopping in it is probably at least an hour to an hour and a half away from us in any direction, right? So I know of one like that's like an hour and a half south of us, and so my daughter was like, "Why not just go an hour and a half, west of us?" you know. So that's what they did, and yeah, so she wanted to do some shopping and wanted a lot of choices. Yes, so. The other thing too that she was telling me, these are just some Disney World cards, from Snap that I received in Happy Meal, and so I'm going to use them because she was telling me, and I had no idea you could do this. Maybe people, if any of you frequent Disney World, you can let me know. But apparently, like you can go somewhere. I forget what it's called. Um, I don't know what area of Disney it is, but you don't have to buy a ticket like to any of the parks, but you can still ride the monorail that they have. And then the monorail can, it takes you all over the parks and through some of the resorts and stuff where you can actually get off the monorail, go in and have dinner, grab a drink, whatever, without even ever entering the park. And I had no idea you could do this. So, yeah. So I don't know if they were going to try to do that yesterday or not. But anyway, it's a cool idea, you just want to go and hang out at the park, but you don't want to spend a whole ton of money to buy a ticket to the park. In other words, because we can pretty much, I mean, we could frequent Orlando. Yeah, we could go to Orlando frequently, in other words. Anyway, so I don't know, she might do that at some point. But so I got these cards out because she did send me a picture of them playing mini golf, and she was very surprised that her boyfriend had never played mini golf before. Which I thought was, yeah, interesting as well because I know in our family we have always sought out mini golf places no matter where we were in the country. We would always seek out mini golf. It was just, an inexpensive way to have fun with the family. And so yeah, it was a thing in our family. So anyway, so that goes on that day there. Um yeah, this day I don't know what I'm going to do for today yet, but yeah, what I'm going to do here is probably do something in the background, put this couch here and then use these as little tags and stuff. That's probably how I'll do that. And then this has pictures of the bebe because on this day here, she was miserable. The poor thing. Yeah, she was miserable with cold and she was so stuffy and congested. And oh my goodness, as she slept most of the day. Um, but then when she would get fussy, we would sing, Jesus loves me to her. And so I put that here. And then on the other side of this are pictures of my mother in law because when we take the dog for his grooming, and did I say even they my dog is a poodle. He's a poodle, a small, he's a toy poodle. And usually when they cut him, they leave a poof right on his tail. This time they shaved it off. So I don't know what happened, but my dog has a naked tail and I'm not really happy about it. I am not happy at all about it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, when he gets groomed, it is the grooming places in our old neighborhood. And so that is where my in laws live. So we drive across the bridge and we go out to the island, and the puppy gets groomed. And he's usually there 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 hours at least, right? And so we go and we hang out with my in-laws. It's a great opportunity to go have breakfast with them or hang out with them or whatever. And so this time we surprised my mother-in-law because we had the butterfly with us, you know? And oh my goodness, you guys, let me tell you, okay? Things are just not the same some 30 years later, right? From when I had my first baby. So now car seats have this base to them, which whatever. And so oh my gosh, it was comical, you know, it was comical because we don't know how to work the thing, right? So my husband put the base in the car and that worked out fine. We snapped her in, everything was golden, right? We get to my mother-in-law's and we're like, we can't figure out how to get the silly car seat from the base, you know? We're pushing all these buttons, we're doing this, we're doing that. No. So my husband's like, just take the whole stupid thing out, you know? So he takes it out. And anyway, we did figure it out, but still, it was funny because things are just not like they were 30 years ago, you know? So anyway, that was our fun for the day. But yeah, little baby, she was, oh my goodness. Oh, and then that's the other thing, right? So her, her sweet mom brings her over, my daughter in law. Wouldn't you know, she had a blowout in the car, got all over her, you know, her outfit. Um, if you get what I'm throwing down, right? A blowout. I mean, it was everywhere, right? The poor thing. Oh my gosh. So anyway, onto that whole thing too, we will be babysitting daily now because my daughter-in-law decided to accept a job at the same company that my son works at, and she's going to be working nights. It's only for a short amount of time. It's only for about 6 weeks or so. Yeah, 6 or 7 weeks. So we're gonna have baby every day, probably 6 days a week, and we'll have her from about 4 o'clock in the afternoon till about 7:30 at night. So yeah, we're gonna get to see our baby every single day. So that's exciting. Yeah. And it's just for that little, you know, a few weeks. So yeah, so that'll be fun. And here's my little pupper at the vet. Oh, that's the thing that I wanted to tell you about. Let's just do this as well. Um, let me see. This I think I'm going to put on today's page. This I received in Happy Mail as well. It's a stamp. It says, take a deep breath, surrender, and rest. Yes, because I do believe I'm going to go on a fast of sorts from social media. Yeah. So, anyway, so there's that. But then last week, I remember I showed you, right, this, my bin, right? It was a lot more hectic. This doesn't go in there. It was a lot more hectic, right? And then I think I even asked you guys if you wanted to see me organize it, but I went ahead and organized it anyway. So this is the bit box that I am digging from, right? That I'm trying to use up these bits in here. And so this is how I put it in here, right? Like these here are little ephemera bits. These are notepads that I want to use up that I just had stuck in here. This is some Happy Mail that I've been using up. I'll show you in my book how I've used all this. More bits of ephemera from Happy Mail. These are stickers from Sweet Allison. Kiki K paper I want to use up. Some Project Life cards, you know, that are in here that I can use up. And then in the back, what I did, oh, this is what we got from the vet. So I used what I wanted to. It has like paw prints on it. Sorry for the glare. Cute, huh? So I just shoved that in there. But then, see, I have like butterfly paper that I have these envelopes, you know? And so I just stuck all the butterfly stuff in an envelope. In here are like cutouts. So this is for Publix, our supermarket. I will fussy cut these Remy's out and put those in there, right? And then here's a bunch of like just scrap paper that I can use, you know, within my journal. And then what is this? These are other little bits of ephemera, right? That I put in here as well. Just other bits of ephemera. So yeah, we have that. And then here, in here is the little pieces of white paper that I use to do my lettering, right? So I just have a little envelope filled with little pieces, offcuts, right? And then just a couch back here, two couches that didn't fit in anything, and then here's some painty paper that I can use. So that's how I organized the bit box, and it is a lot more welcoming, right? And so I have another thing in here as well, but let's uh yeah, so this I got from the Bitbox. So I'm using so many things from the Bitbox. These come, they were sent to me in Happy Mail, but they are Rebecca Hoot, her days and dates, right? So those in my book go in the very front, the little pocket I have there. So that's that. Here is another um bit what is it called, an envelope, right? This came from Sweet Allison. This is my old address, so it's not, I don't care, but this is all like faith-based stuff, right? So this goes in the bit box as well. And then this right here is a bunch of little bits that I've been using, right? This doesn't go in here, but little bits of paper and such, right? So this actually goes back into, I do believe this, right? Or no, actually, this went in here, which the whole thing could actually go in the other envelope. But this went into this bag. Sorry if I'm all up in your grill. So there's that, right? So everything is just all neat and organized. And so if I need, like for instance, in here, if I want to tag, right? I will go to this first before I go elsewhere. Okay. Hopefully. That's the plan anyway, because I really, really want to use what I have. This was painted papers. I don't even know if I even said this or not, but um at Dollar Tree you can get, it's a pack of 3 of these, and this is what I used to make these sweet circles, colorful painted circles on paper, and I just love them. I love them, and it's so fun to do, like the dual color. Yeah, I love them. I need to make more of them because it is really fun paper to use. This right here came from the Bitbox, so I'm gonna show you like different things that have come from the Bitbox. This, of course, the lettering came from the Bitbox from those offcuts of white copy paper that I have. Um, this envelope right here came from the Bitbox. These stickers came from the Bitbox. This is my hand lettering. My hand lettering. Um, this this is where I first felt sick. So this is my hand lettering off the offcuts of copy paper. Um, these are my cough drops I was using. This is the paper that I was showing you. It's just you know what? The background paper is like the newsprint, and it's this, right? And I just got this the other day because my husband and I finally went out for actual fun. Okay. Can you believe it, guys? Yeah. We went out and about. We have not been out and about and I don't know how long. Yeah. Because when we do go out, it's like to the doctor's office, to the hospital, or to the grocery store. So this time, my husband said, "Hey, you want to go out?" And I said, "Sure." And so we did. And it was lovely. And we happened to purchase a candle, and they wrapped it in this like newsprint paper. So that is what I used to make this, right? This background. And I love, oh my gosh, I love it. And it's so easy to do, folks. It's so easy to do. You just dip this little thing in, put it on the paper, and twist it a little bit, and it makes a painty circle, right? So much fun. Okay. So there was that. And then this was our fun day out, right? So this I got from the restaurant. Let's see what else. Oh, well, this was from packaging. So it not from the bit box, but from packaging. This is from packaging. This right here was from the bit box. So when we were out and about, I used the packaging, which is another thing I love to do in my journal, is use packaging. Um, it's not, therefore I'm not putting this in the recycle bin. I'm using it. So I just love it. How cute are these, right? Um, we got these at Bell's Outlet, and so they're fig shortbread cookies. Not a huge fan. Yeah, won't be getting them again. However, the packaging was adorable. Maybe I didn't get them here. I might have got not at Bell's. I might have got them at Burlington. Yeah, we went to Burlington when we went out. My husband was looking for a tablecloth, so we did find one at Bell's Outlet, but we found some really cute fall onesies, long sleeve fall onesies for the baby. So at Burlington, so that was fun. Now, this was the tag for the tablecloth. So I ended up, just making a tag. And then this, I love this so much. My dream isn't for my daughter to make me proud. It's for her to make herself proud in a room I've never been in, doing things I never dared to try with a voice that never flinches. That is my daughter to a T. This Care Bear sticker here was from Happy Mail. This was from Happy Mail. The ribbon was from the packaging, and as was this, right? And then I just put a little writing spot on here. Yeah, my daughter and I, we had been talking about self worth and confidence and that kind of thing. And then I saw this and printed it out. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This actually is one of those like gift cards, right? So I took the gift card and I just stapled it in here. Yeah. Um, let's see what else. This background thing here, this background paper is from the Bitbox, right? This was something that I sent to my daughter. This was in my Bitbox. This was in my Bitbox. This paper was in my Bitbox. This says babysitting in my hand lettering. And then here's a picture of our baby. Yeah. And I put this on here. My kids don't want their baby on social media. However, all you see is a baby, a baby's head. My husband was feeding her, and here is Remington. He has to be all up in her grill, like all the time, all the time. Oh, anyway, so super cute. Um, I filmed this day. Oh yeah, that'll be coming up on Friday, I believe, is the flip through of June. This is actually a tuck spot. In here are more pictures of baby, right? But all these things came from my Bitbox. So I'm using this stuff up, folks. I'm using it up. This came from my Bitbox. I wrote chores out, and then I wrote family time here. This came from a magazine. So yeah, I love how these letters are coming out. Now, what I've done is I'm just using a chisel tip marker and writing it out, putting a little shadow on it, and I'm loving how the words are coming out. This is just a little bit of rickrack. Um yeah, let's see. This was from my Bitbox. This wrapping paper was from the Bitbox. This background paper here, Kiki K paper, was from the Bitbox. So I'm really happy to say that I am using stuff from my Bitbox and I am loving it. This was from my Bitbox. Um, oh, this I showed you before, right? Yeah, when I got the news that I was no evidence of disease, so that's great. None of this stuff is from my Bitbox. This is from my Bitbox right here. Yeah, love that. See, this is how I was doing my lettering, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love doing my own lettering like this as well, where I'm just writing out the word with my pen. But I have really found that I am loving this right here, right? So let me ask you something if you're still here watching. For those of you that are still here hanging out with me, I appreciate you. Let me know if there um is anyone who would like these types of things in a free printable, right? Like obviously wouldn't be this big, it would be smaller, probably smaller than this, but if you would like something like that in colors, right? Let me know because I love sitting here doing this type of lettering. I know it's not all that fancy, but it does add a little whimsical touch, to your journal. So I would love to do some for you if that's something that you would want to see in the free printables. So if you do, let me know what words you would like, such as chores or family day or whatever. And let me know color choices, right? Because yeah, this is just super fun to do, and it's something I would love to do for you guys if you're interested. So let me know, right? Um, because I think that they would print out okay. I'm, I think, I think they would print out all right. Oh, I haven't done that. Let's see if there's anything else I had from my bit box, right? This right here came from a sweet happy mail. It's there's a picture of the baby in here, but that's why there's a butterfly here. But yeah, what isn't that cute? It's like a little coin purse, like pocket. So adorable. Love it. This I still need to put in here. Yeah, so there's the latest on that, right? I've been just having so much fun using the stuff in my Bitbox. This, I am going to cut this off right here. Believe it or not, this can be used to write, words, right? Okay. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention too is that if you watch my video on how I make the tassel, I was talking about certain tools, right? The pliers that you use to open and close jump rings. Just so you know, they do sell the two types of pliers that are most common, full size in Dollar Tree, okay, in the US. I don't know about Poundland or Dollarama in Canada. But at the U.S. Dollar Tree, they do sell. I was just in there this week. They do sell the full size pliers. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to mention, which I hope I'll be able to make one soon, is I was watching Sweet Brook, which I need to put this on here. I need to figure out when I watched it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look at my history of my YouTube. But I watched Brooke from Recreations by Brooke. Let me just write her down. Um, and who else did I mention? Oh, Brookie. She just put up a video recently about candy wrapper charms, I think. They are so cute, guys. So stinking cute. And I'm not sure, she might be making like kits for her Etsy. I'm not sure about that. But go over to her video, right? Her channel, and watch it cuz it's so super cute. I'd never even heard of them. When I looked up other videos about it, yes, it was something that was done a few years ago, but now it's kind of, resurfacing again, and they are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need to make one. I'm obsessed. I need to make one. So they would be so cute on a tassel. All right. That's what I thought. But they are just stinking adorable. They're made out of like these plastic bags, like a Ziploc bag, but they're little, like, like they're like that big. And you fill them with like glitter and chunky glitter and beads and little like clay things. They're just so adorable. And they look like candy wrappers, right? Like you put washi tape on the sides and then you cut it like with pinking shears to make it look like a candy wrapper, They are to die for. I'm obsessed with them. I've been thinking about them for a week now, and yeah, so super cute. So make sure you check out her video. Um, Let me see who else. Oh, Allison, probably. But you know what? I I mention a lot of the same people a lot of times in my videos. Brooke, Messy Missy Creates, Allison are three of the people that I mention quite often. Um, and they are listed already in my description box. So make sure you check them out. Okay. Make sure you check them out. So I do believe that is all. So I need to print out some things for my journal. And I've had so much fun in this book so far. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I'm really enjoying lettering. So again, if you're interested in certain words, um, or anything like that, I don't know, just throwing it out there. So yeah, let me know what words and what color, and so I'll try to make those up because again, I really just love sitting here making these words. They're just a lot of fun. They're just a lot of fun, and I just love how they come out. I mean, I've been doing so much, like on every page just about I have this lettering, right? I love it. So, yeah, just let me know and I will be glad to do that for you and put it in, my free printables down below. So, I'm so thrilled that I went through my Bitbox. I've been using so many pieces from it and I'm so thrilled. Oh yeah, here's another one of those these jobs, right? That's so fun. So yeah. Upcoming is some flip throughs. I have July's book, love it, to get through. And I have August book to get through as a flip throughs, right? So those will be coming up shortly. This Friday, I have June's flip coming up. Part one is on this Friday, part two will be next Friday. And I think that's it. So, yes. I hope I feel better by tomorrow because tomorrow starts our babysitting. Although tomorrow's going to be a whole day thing, I think, because my daughter-in-law goes into work in the morning, so the baby will be arriving here about 5:30 in the morning. And then I don't know how long we're going to have her. But then subsequent to that, starting on Wednesday, I think we're going to have baby from like 4 to 7:30. So, yes, looking forward to spending time with our sweet granddaughter. And yeah, so I hope you all have a peaceful week. Yes, a peaceful week. And I thank you so, so much for spending your time with me. Time is precious. I tell you that every single week. Time is so precious. Yeah, hug your loved ones. And I thank you so much for taking your time, you know, and choosing to spend that time with me. I really do appreciate it. Love to each and every one of you. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful week. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.